These are 10 Pokemon cards below $5 that will explode in price in the future. These are super cheap but with crazy potential, so definitely don't miss out on this. The last one is my personal favorite of the list. I'm giving away a Lost Origin booster box when we hit 6,000 subscribers. Like, comment and subscribe to enter. We're growing really fast. The first card in the list is Drampa, illustration rare from Temporal Forces. Man, I know this Pokemon is not super famous, but the art on this card is something I've never seen. This reminds me of this OG anime that I used to watch when I was really young as a kid. He's flying away 2 kids. I really love this art. It really reminds me of Japan. You can see a little Butterfree lying amongst the trees, which is a really nice detail, by the way. But yes, the art is fantastic and it's going for less than $4, so I think it's a really good collectible piece. And if this Pokemon gains popularity at some point, I guess people will come back to this card because this is the most beautiful Drampa card by far. Let's move to the next one. By the way, give me 10 seconds to tell you that channel members are now available. I answer all my members' questions and chat with them on the channel community page. I share deals and sites to buy cheap products, and you get access to exclusive emojis and badges. You will also get early access to all my videos, thanks to the members who already joined. The second one is Pinsir illustration rare from the set of the moment, Twilight Masquerade. A lot of you guys told me that you loved the Infernape from Twilight Masquerade. On the video we talked about under $10 cards, but this is under $5. I personally like the Infernape more, but I think the art is not similar, but I kinda feel that both cards are from the same set just by looking at the illustration. I personally love this art. I think this is a super happy art. It gives great vibes. The style is really different from other cards we've seen with these super thick black borders, and I really like it. I really like the drawing. I think it's in a really good set too, so it will definitely help this card out in terms of price. Definitely a beautiful piece to add to your collection. I think the fact that it's Pinsir, which by no means, I don't mean it to be a fan favorite Pokemon, but being a Gen 1 Pokemon really helped these cards out because I feel like Gen 1 Pokemon are loved by all the community, even younger people who haven't played the games back then. I think they are so commonly known and they appear in so much different games that people actually love them, so I think this card has a really good chance to increase in price in the future. The third one is Serperior B from Silver Tempest. Now the average price of this card is a bit higher than $5, but I checked on TCG Player and I can see a lot of them selling for less than $5, actually like $4 or $3 something. So I think it's fair enough to add it to this list. This card is gorgeous. I didn't know it was so cheap, so I actually got a bit shocked when I saw it. It looks like it had a peak at about $10 to $11 and then it just dropped in price. Now going for like $5, maybe $5 something, but really cheap card. Beautiful art. It just, Serperior might not be the favorite starter of everyone, but I think it's definitely starting to be like OG too. I personally love Serperior. I think it's the best of the trio, but the fact that it's just walking with Rosa on the mountains, I just love it, honestly. I feel like the background art is really well drawn, and it kind of shocks me because you see both characters are super big on the card, but you see the background is so detailed and so well drawn for a card this cheap. Like the detail is insane. I have a feeling like this card will increase in price when Silver Tempest runs out in all Pokemon centers and the box starts to climb in price. I think it's a beautiful card. I would definitely buy this and add it to my collection, so really good choice in my opinion. And talking about grass starters, the next one is Grotle illustration rare from Temporal Forces. I have the feeling we've talked about this card in another video. I'm not sure if that's the case or not. If I repeated myself, I apologize, but this card is just beautiful and it's $3, so it really had to be on this list. I love the fact that Mariel and Starly are just following him in the picture. The art is super cute on this one. I personally pulled this card myself, so I have maybe a bit of biased love towards it, but it's just amazing, man. It's just amazing. And for the price, we've discussed this so many times. Don't buy a card if you don't like the art, if you don't want to collect the card just for investment purposes, because it makes no real sense. But Gen 4 is one of my favorite. I love all the starters. I love that they give so much love to a second evolution. Like, it's not even Torterra, so I just love everything about this card. The colors are so vivid, it's so beautiful. I think there's a part of the community, myself included, that just loves these cute cards too. And in the Scarlet and Violet era, they are doing this so well. They're giving random Pokemon beautiful arts that people just want to collect just for the art. Or you might have someone that Grotle is actually their favorite Pokemon, or maybe Torterra is their favorite Pokemon, so this card is so special for them. We're talking about a set that just have 2 altars that go for a lot of money, and also we know alt art pulls are not the best, honestly. It's not like you ruined the experience because you're trying to chase that one card, but the experience with the Twilight Masquerade Greninja would be so much more fun because you're actually chasing that card, but you have a lot of pulls apart from that card that are just beautiful and some of them pricey too, so it really makes the experience better. I love these cards. Let's move to the next one. And of course, talking about more illustration rares, we've got Iron Jugulis. How do you say that, man? We've got just Future Hydreigon from Paradox Rift. This is an amazing low light city night art. I love the colors on this. Because like the Pokemon doesn't stand out that much from this background art, but the fact that every color on the card, on the actual city, is a color from the Pokemon, I just love that, man. It's like the Pokemon is on its environment, and I really like it. I really like this card. I personally don't know how this new Paradox Future and Past Pokemon will perform. I think it's a great idea. I guess they didn't have that much new ideas and they just revamped Pokemons. I think Hydreigon was a really good choice to revamp because you see you have a kind of a Gen 5 fan favorite and you have a Pokemon that was really strong on the VGC too, so it's kind of popular. I think Hydreigon was quite popular. I don't know if Iron Jugulis will, but this card is here for the art. The art is beautiful. I just love it. I'm a supporter of Paradox Rift, so I have to add some card here. Under $5 too. Let's move to the next one. Skuntank V from Silver Tempest. We've got two Silver Tempest cards because the pulls of Silver Tempest were really affected by God bugs found in some cases. We've discussed this 20 times, so I won't get into it, but this card is an alt art, which are super hard to pull normally, but we know with the God packs they got pulled a lot more, and this is probably one of the reasons why this card got cheap. Now, even that, this being under $5, for me is so undervalued. I think this card should be a lot more than $5, so this has 100% to be on this list. The art is just beautiful. The fact that we see all Skuntank and Stunky under the ground, and we can see from a side point of view, both like underground and the trees and the grass on top, I think it's a brilliant idea. By the way, you have to see the Paras and the Diglett chilling on the back of the card, which I personally love. I think Skuntank is not the best Pokemon to make a card of because I don't know if it's that popular, but in Gen 4 it's quite popular because it's one of the hard fights, one of the first hard fights of the game. It's not the greatest Pokemon, but definitely a beautiful card and really hard to pull in normal conditions. And talking about Gen 4, of course I want to add Friends in Sinnoh full art from Crown Zenith. This is the only trainer card, kind of, the list, but this card gets me so nostalgic. Just like the Cynthia's Ambition from the last 10 card video, but this one is even more nostalgic to me. I don't know why, but the lightning on this card reminds me of Gen 4. I don't know, I feel like inside the game when looking at this card, so I get really nostalgic. And I think I might not be the only one that feels like this when looking at this card. Truly beautiful times when I used to play Pokemon Diamond and then Platinum. I love to see all the boys and then like Cynthia and Volkner, I just like checking them out if to see like they are behaving or something. I don't know, I feel really nostalgic. I'm pretty sure you can just feel it in my voice too. So yeah, this orange lightning just reminds me of Pokemon Platinum. I don't know why. It's been a long time since I played this game, so I cannot tell you if it reminds me of a specific city. Probably you in the chat, I mean in the comment section will tell me just the city they are in or the lightning thing or something. I just love this card. I will buy one of these just to keep on my collection because I actually didn't know it was this cheap. So yeah, I feel Gen 4 is really a generation loved by a lot of fans, myself included. So definitely a good piece. I think it can go up in price. We've discussed so many times the Crown Zenith situation where they just keep reprinting it like it was immortal. I don't know. I don't understand that much why reprint Crown Zenith being the last Sword and Shield set. We have like what, 7 main sets on Scarlet and Violet. I don't know. I don't understand it, but when Crown Zenith runs out of print finally, I think all these beautiful cards that now are so cheap because the market is floated will definitely increase in price. I really think so. Let's move to the next one. Only 3 cards left. Remember I told you the last one is my favorite and I think it's the cheapest one too, so it's kind of ironic. But now we've got Zeraora VMAX from Crown Zenith. I love this Zeraora art. It really reminds me of the Zeraora V from Chilling Reign. As I said before, I love the fact that small Pokemons appear like just featuring on the card, and we can see a Pachirisu, Emolga, and I don't know how to pronounce the name well, but Togedemaru or something like that. I just love it. I love the fact that he's like a cat, and in the VMAX version, like he's so big that the other ones look really small, and they are just like, one is struggling to climb him up, but the other ones are just chilling, sleeping on him. I just love it. It's so cute. It's just like the Grotle situation. It's just amazing. This one is like the Serperior V. I feel it's like the median price, the average price is $5.5 or something like that, but I've checked last sales and you can definitely get this for under $5. I think it should really be on this list. Let's move to the next one. So the next one is Kingambit from Scarlet and Violet base set. As I said before, I love when all the evolution line is on the card. We know this can work really well. We've seen it with the Ghastly from Temporal Forces. I love when we can see every single one of the evolutions on the same card. I love that we can see the three of them like just doing like an army, and Kingambit is like the king. This card is about $3, so it's really cheap. Just a quick mention. I think it would look good on anybody's collection, so definitely wanted to add it to this list. Let's move to the last one, and my favorite one, which is actually Zekrom Trainer Gallery from Brilliant Stars. Now, when I started this video, I had the idea in mind that I wanted to add at least one Trainer Gallery from Brilliant Stars because they just look amazing. This card is about $2, and I'll start with the bad things. I really don't like that it has the yellow borders. I know Trainer Gallery cards are like this, but if they just take the exact same image and just remove the borders, just like expand the image to fit until the end of the card, this would look absolutely like so much better, and it will be so much pricey. I saw this card. This might be one of, if not my favorite Brilliant Stars card, and I just remembered about the Ends Reshiram that will just release soon. And man, they would look amazing in the same collection, man. Imagine you had like these two slabs of a PSA 10, let's say, of both cards. I don't know. It's a really good complement to the other card. I love N and I love Zekrom. They look so majestic and so impressive. And the fact that N's just flying with him, man, I just love this card. This card has really a place in this list, and I think for $2 it's just a bargain and a really cool addition to your collection. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the support lately, and as always, have a great day.